Hello, and today we are covering Bodycam videos, namely Jidion's arrest. Jidion has popped up maybe one other time on this channel, because I was covering Pokimane and some drama around her. And of course, Jidion has kind of, I guess, a little part to play in all of that. So if you don't know, there was like a whole drama between Jidion and Pokimane because he did a hate raid on Twitch where he made his chat, or he like asked all of his people to go and spam L plus ratio in her chat, which is like, if you think about it, it's kind of funny because even spamming L plus ratio in a Twitch chat, it's just like, doesn't really make sense. It's kind of dumb. It's dumb anyway. But then Jidion got like permanently banned from Twitch for that, which it's so funny to see what Twitch actually permanently bans people for. It's so funny. Nobody say extra Emily, anybody. Nobody say her name. Anyway, I do want to address one thing. I did miss a video last week. I'm aware of that. I probably should have said something. As you might know, or maybe not know, I've been dealing with some burnout lately. Pretty severe burnout, so I think I'm on the up and up, but
I just haven't really had many ideas for videos, and this one's going to be a little bit more laid back, considering the content.
I've been really struggling with like ideas for videos lately. I have a couple now, so hopefully soon I'll have some nice structured, scripted videos coming out soon, but this one's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be more relaxed, probably more like background noise if you're working. This is more of a video where I'm just going to be
talking off the dome.
No script here. Sorry to the people who comment like, you do way better if you just scripted all your videos. I know. I know, but who has the time for that every single time? Not me. So without further ado, let's get into Jidion's arrest. But before we get into Jidion's arrest, actually, wait, never mind. Before we get into his arrest bodycam footage, his arrest which happened, I think, on the 22nd of June this year, we need to get into some background because I feel like some people maybe don't know Jidion that well. I feel like for me personally, I don't know him that well either. I think I feel like it's kind of weird that he's like so famous, but he's also like what does he do? You know, like, whoa. What would you say you do around here, Jidion? I don't know. So here is Jidion's Wikipedia page, which, funnily enough, he doesn't even have a picture. There's no picture of Jidion on this page. But basically, oh my god. Wait. He was born December 12th, 2000. Oh my god. He's 25 years old? Wait a second. Here I was thinking he was at least like 35. What? Jidion is so young. What the hell? What the helly? Oh my god. That's so weird to think about. I guess he just looks old. I don't know. He looks mature. Yeah, mature. Okay, so Jidion is a YouTuber and streamer. Although I think maybe he's more predominantly, I guess he does YouTube now because he can't do Twitch. And he used to do vlogging and prank-oriented videos, which I think a lot of people might know him for his pranks. And I think that's kind of why he's famous, maybe, because of like controversies around pranking people. And he made his YouTube channel in 2018, posting challenge videos and vlogs. And then he shifted to comedic vlogs and pranks. That same month, he was banned from Wimbledon. Wimbledon. That is the tennis, the championships for tennis. Disrupting Jannik Sinner and Novak Djokovic. I feel like there was a time when, I think it's Djokovic. There was a time when this dude was like all the rage. I feel like in Australia, you heard his name like every single day. I don't even know why. I don't care about tennis. So apparently Jidion went and pranked them or something, repeatedly sounding an air horn during the quarterfinal match. Wow, okay, cool. Then in 2022, Jidion crashed a Harvard University life sciences lecture for a comedy video. I guess that's what, dude, people be eating that shit up. I don't know what to tell you. In January 2022, he was banned on Twitch. 2022 was a big year for Jidion, I guess. Wow. And then in September 2022, he was removed from the tennis. Dude, what is up with this dude in tennis? Jidion does not like tennis, apparently. He got a haircut during the match. Okay. It's kind of funny, actually. You know what? That feels like that's less disruptive. That's kind of funny. July 2023, he received a lifetime ban from all MNBA and WNBA games. Listen, if we're going to call it the women's NBA, we're going to call it the men's NBA as well, okay, guys? Oh, he pulled it. Wait. He got banned because he included him sleeping while a match was playing at the WNBA. Okay. Yeah, that seems like something he would do. He announced in April 2023 that he would stream on Rumble, Pog. Okay, and then Twitch reversed his ban, after which he returned to that platform. Okay, so he's not permanently banned then. That's cool. That's cool, I guess. Apparently he can stream on Twitch. Cool. So then he did online predator catching activities, which you might know that some people, it's actually been kind of all the rage, especially because some other famous people were doing it, like even pranksters. I feel like the pranksters a lot of the time have gone over to doing predator catching stuff. It's so interesting because I feel like when we had To Catch a Predator with the guy who's now like, I feel like kind of disgraced. I don't remember his name. But there was all of that. And then we kind of had this thing where we started seeing more predators online and actually becoming creators themselves. And then it kind of seems like other creators took it upon themselves to start keeping up, I don't know, like the content of catching predators. But the controversy around that is that I feel like a lot of these people who do try to do predator catching, they don't do it the right way, or they do it in such a way where it's actually hindering to investigations or possible investigations. So while the content, I think Vitaly, when he was doing it, I think majorly entertaining stuff, but probably not helping the case against the actual predators, because you need to have like evidence, but also there's like, I guess, I don't know if entrapment is a thing, but I think the problem is there was one time with Vitaly where there was that Indian guy, I think, that he was trying to catch, and then the guy was like, no, I thought I was meeting like a 19-year-old or like a 20-year-old or something. And then Vitaly was so certain that it was like the decoy had said she was underage, and then it turned out that she hadn't said that, and then it was like, oh, so you actually thought you were going to meet someone of age. Okay, cool. I mean, it was still kind of, I guess some people were still kind of like, oh, well, you were still planning to meet someone who was young, but then the guy himself was also kind of young, so yeah, that was one of those big fumbles that I think, yeah, Vitaly and his crew really fudged that one up, huh? So yeah, there's this whole thing about impersonating minors on dating apps and trying to catch predators, and there are some organizations that do that, but do it in a very methodical way to ensure that they can actually get these predators off the streets. And when people do this vigilante kind of justice, it just doesn't really work out, I think. So on the Jidion Premium YouTube channel, they used a decoy to communicate with someone called Brian Brown, who believed he was interacting with an 11-year-old girl. The video went viral, yada yada yada. He was arrested, and in June 2025, he pleaded guilty to one felony count of sexual grooming. So I guess, and here's someone else, Isaac Hull. Wow, he actually has a mugshot here. Yeah, I caught a famous TikToker buying CP. I don't know what the hello is. Oh, is a play on his name, Hull? Hull-O? Okay. So I guess it's a good thing that there's been some cases where people have actually been caught. There is like a question of like, when you make it and turn it into content, it's like, I guess some people would argue like what the ethics are of that. And I guess the way that I see it is that the content does fund it so they can continue to do it, but then you're turning this into very much like an entertainment show. And To Catch a Predator was also very much an entertainment show. So I don't know. I don't know if that's like something that I would be like, oh, well, it's so weird to turn this into entertainment. I think maybe the way the Vitaly does it, the focus is on the entertainment and not the catching. And so I think they sometimes go so far into the entertainment aspects that they kind of forget that the priority is to really catch this person and, serious consequences. Yeah. So Jidion's online predator catching activities have been controversial, especially getting criticism from law enforcement officials. In 2025, he confronted an Indiana volleyball coach whom he accused of sending explicit messages to a person he believed was a 14-year-old boy. Yikes. But they didn't have sufficient probable cause to make an immediate arrest, so yeah. I haven't followed that case, so I don't know like what happened there or if that was like a fair assessment or something. Not sure. The IMPD said information from vigilante groups cannot be used on its own to make an arrest and that evidence has to be gathered through legal procedures for it to hold up in court. Yeah. As sucky as it is, it kind of makes sense, I guess. There's probably some cases where you really need to think about the vigilante groups and such. I think some states, maybe in America, maybe it's like they handle it differently and stuff. So yeah, and these kind of operations can get in the way of investigations, make cases harder to prosecute, and put both people involved and bystanders at risk. Yeah. So, now we're getting to Jidion's arrest. On June 22nd of this year, Jidion was arrested in Michigan while live streaming during an effort to confront an alleged squatter connected to fellow YouTuber Jidion. I do not know who that is. And police said that 4 individuals were arrested for breach of the peace and stalking after officers responded to reports of a crowd gathering outside a local McDonald's. So I think we're going to get into the video, but I think apparently Jidion and his crew got arrested for stalking a squatter or something. So we're going to see the video of Jidion actually getting arrested. And I have not watched it. I have not pre-watched it, so I don't know what to expect. But I expect it will be Jidion, classic Jidion, whatever that is. Alright, this is the video of multimillionaire YouTuber Jidion arrested. Live bodycam footage. And I guess this is him and his crew, I'm assuming. And I will link down below where I got this video. Real crime revealed. I guess that's the channel.
Genuinely have nothing better to do. Like,
do you have anything better to do?
Officer, you're actually like supposed to protect and serve.
Okay. All right, get off the property. You guys are gonna be arrested for trespassing.
I'm gonna push me, but I can't move.
Turn sideways.
Officer, you're actually hurting me. Officer,
turn sideways.
Officer, I can't move. I'm too big.
Got anything on you?
What? I can't move. I'm too big. It's hard to tell sometimes if Jidion's being serious or if he's doing some like shtick.
Oh my god, I got my phone in my right pocket. That's your phone? Yeah, this is my phone. Bring over this car right here. Oh my god, it's so funny.
June 22nd, 2026. Woodhaven, Michigan. A McDonald's parking lot.
A McDonald's parking lot. Okay. We don't need to listen to AI narrate the thing. A trending content creator with hundreds of thousands of followers. Actually, he has millions upon millions of followers. Get it right. Thought his money and fame would protect him from the law. He was wrong.
What happened next?
What happened next was crazy. Dude, what do they got here? They got frappe, they got iced coffee, sweet tea. They have sweet tea? Dude, we don't have sweet tea at our Macca's. 6-piece chicken McNuggets. God, I gotta tell you, I love the chicken McNuggets. I love them.
Was captured on Bodycam, and it's absolutely shocking.
It's shocking.
A multi-millionaire YouTuber pushed a
He pushed the cop too far. Okay, let's get a look at that.
cop too far, and the officer's response will make your jaw drop. Stick around, because this arrest takes a turn
What?
nobody saw coming.
Okay. Okay.
By any chance, is there somebody?
Okay. High key though. What is happening at this McDonald's? This looks bad. Is this normal? Hello, McDonald's workers in the comments. I'm sure you're to the employed in the comments section. That probably won't exist for this video. Normal? Question mark? That's crazy. I know they're in the middle of cleaning, but like, god damn.
Here that goes by the.
Wait. wait. What is that expression? What did he say? Do you know anyone here who goes by the name of blank? And their response is, ugh. And then he says, Mom?
I don't know. Mom, do you want me to get a manager? Yeah, I do.
Mom? Did he say Mom? I don't think he said Mom. I think so.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Alright, they're coming. Dude, this isn't clean. What's happening? You refilled the bin? This isn't clean, mate.
294. It's milk. When you punch in, you're gonna be on. Yeah.
Hi, I am very sorry about it. By any chance, is there anybody that works here that goes by the name of?
Yes, he is here. He hasn't left yet.
Okay, can I talk to him for a second? He's not in any trouble. I'm hoping he can help me out.
No, he was the one that called earlier.
Yeah, it's all about that. If I could
Yeah,
just
I
talk
know,
to him for a
because
second.
the boss said he was free to talk on the phone.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Is there anything I can help you with, or just that when you called?
Do you know his phone number?
Not offhand.
Okay.
No.
He called us. He's the one that called us earlier?
Right.
Okay, that should be.
Okay, so they're trying to talk to the person who called earlier about the situation that happened. Okay.
Super annoying. They're trying to get him riled up so they get their YouTube views. We're just trying to find somewhere for Joe to go because they have access to the house. They're allowed to be there, and so is Joe. So we can't make somebody leave.
I don't know what the hell's up with like the squatters' rights stuff. I gotta say, I don't know what to think about the squatters' rights stuff because there was like a recent thing that happened, I think a couple of years ago, where in, the city of Melbourne in Australia, specifically the state of Victoria, there was a whole slew of like there's this one guy, his name is Purple Pingers online, and he's like a Victorian socialist. And he was advocating for people to basically go to a bunch of properties because we have a serious problem where there is a lot of decrepit houses that are just have just been empty for like decades, right? Like no one goes into them. I don't know what's going on with them. Nothing's happening with these houses. And so Purple Pingers was, I think, like kind of toying around or towing the line a little bit and being like, hey guys, you should definitely go check out this map of houses that are empty. And, just like if you squat in a house for a long enough time, I think you can actually like make claims or something. I don't know. But I think it's like a really long time. You have to squat in a place for a really long time to be able to make any claims or something like that. And I think some people were kind of worried about it because there's some people where it's like, well, I sometimes go to different states for work and stuff. And if someone came and squatted in my house because I have to spend like a good portion of the year going to different places for work, I don't want to be affected by that because to me it's like, it makes sense. Like I wish the government would do something about these people who not squat, but like the houses that are just sitting there stagnant, nothing is happening, literal decades of nothing, and nothing's happening. Like something has to be done about that because we are in a housing crisis and we have all these houses that are just not being used at all. So in that circumstance, I'm kind of like, you know what? If someone's going to squat in there, so be it. Like, do something with your property or get the fudge out of the way, right? But then there is some circumstances where people, you know, maybe they build a house and they want to live in it, and then they find out someone's been squatting in it. I know there's like a TV show, I think. I don't know if it's a YouTuber or a different one, but there's some sort of show where a guy literally goes and sorts out these situations where there's squatters in people's homes, and there's like these laws where it's like actually the squatter can just stay and they have to leave on their own accord. And so I think in one of the episodes, this guy like chained closed like the refrigerator and stuff, and that just like was really annoying to the squatter. And that there's even situations where the squatters themselves are inviting other people and renting out rooms to people, and it's like, what the bloody hell is going on here? So I don't know what the situation is with this video and the squatter situation, all that, but I don't know if we'll find out any information about it, but it does seem up Jidion's alley to be like, oh, there's a squatter situation here, let's make a YouTube video out of it, let's make a prank out of it. To me personally, at the moment, I kind of feel like fair is fair, you know, game is game. If you're going to squat in someone's property and you don't have any right to really be there, I guess, like, in the sense that you have no, like, ownership or no stakes, I feel like, yeah, someone can make a YouTube video out of you, you know? I think fair's fair.
Those shelters?
None really close to here, but he said that his buddy is trying to find somewhere and trying to keep Joe out of the spotlight. So, yeah. Yep.
He'll be out at their house.
Yeah. So, thank you so much for the help. I greatly appreciate it.
Why is she so involved? This is a McDonald's.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'll see if I can't get his number
He's supposed to
from
come
our
back. That's why he left early. He's got to come back later tonight, so I don't know what time he's coming back.
Okay.
If it's like 9, 10 o'clock.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Second? Yeah. Okay. So I don't know if you just saw everything that went down over there. We ended up arresting 4 people for stalking.
Stalking? Okay. Well, I don't know much about the situation. So does the person squatting, I'm assuming maybe they work at the McDonald's or they go there frequently, maybe? I don't know who's coming back to the McDonald's.
All right. My detective's asking if you fill out a written statement of today of what they've done to you. Okay. Are you able to do that for me? Yeah.
Oh, is this the victim?
I'd appreciate it.
That's squatter?
They've been following you around all day.
Yeah, and they drive around. They're driving around a U-Haul truck. I don't know. I think they're back at the house because I've seen them go that way.
Okay.
They set up the music equipment and speakers upstairs.
Yeah, I was there for that earlier today.
Oh.
Yeah, it seems like Jidion has had inspiration from that guy who's been going viral on TikTok for like the squatting TV show. Yeah. So I guess this dude is allegedly the squatter, I suppose.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. They were stalking me. Skater, did you guys give him a ticket?
Which one was he?
Tall, glasses, slightly bald head.
Was he stand?
Slightly bald head. I'm telling you, Jidion does not look 25 to me. I'm sorry.
Out front, or was he over here?
You guys were talking to him over here in an SUV.
No, I just gave him a ticket.
You gave him a ticket?
Yeah.
For what?
Impeding traffic for stopping in the middle of the road. That's the only thing the only thing I could have charged him with was impeding traffic. But we arrested 4 altogether, so
4 of them?
yeah.
Huh. County Prosecutor's Office? Really? Huh. I'm gonna stalking you for racing and following me. I can put that?
Yeah. You can put whatever you want on there.
Put whatever you want.
Might be back there?
Probably.
That's good.
All right.
Stalking
Can you just get a
her.
signature from there? I mean, if you could just fill out this. I'm sorry.
Print it?
Yes. Please. Thank you very much. They'll be with us for tonight, so at least the 4 we have. Okay. If you need us, call us. All right, man?
So I guess he's saying that they're going to be staying at the precinct. They're being held for the night or something? Okay, damn.
Hey, Joe. Huh? Good?
Is he here?
Doesn't matter where he's at. McDonald's does not want you on the property. You guys have to leave. You're gonna be arrested.
So they hadn't been arrested yet. So I don't really know what he was talking about. But it seems that they have endeavored to follow him to the McDonald's. I think that's maybe where some people were kind of like, Jidion's kind of in the wrong here. But we'll see.
Who's you guys? Can you be more specific?
You.
So they said
them,
these people?
Him, yes. You guys cannot be on the property.
That's a lot.
Hey,
or they're gonna arrest you.
do you guys want some McDonald's? Y'all want to go inside real quick? Yeah.
Yep. You're gonna be arrested for trespassing if you go in there.
Bro, why? You don't have it, like no offense, officer, but like, do you genuinely have nothing better to do? Like,
do you have anything better to do?
Officer, you're actually.
Well, I mean, he's making a video and he's probably making a lot of money from it. So, I mean, I guess you both got nothing to do if that means making a lot of money standing around over nothing.
Like, supposed to protect and serve.
Okay. All right, get off the property. You guys are gonna be arrested for trespassing.
Okay, we'll leave the property, but like, I'm just trying to figure out, do you have anything better to do? Performing trust. Because this is like a.
Yeah, they told you earlier that they don't want you guys on the property, so you guys gotta leave.
Because you've been camping out there for like 20 minutes, wasting taxpayer dollars.
I'm there for about 5. You guys need to leave. You guys are gonna be arrested for trespassing.
It's crazy how you don't arrest a squad.
Oh my god, the TTS. Holy fuck. Yeah, I mean, I guess it is kind of like, listen, if the cop is telling you have to go, otherwise you're trespassing, I guess you're out of there. You know? If the squad is there and he's not in the house, then I feel like that's kind of when you go, okay, we did our job. Maybe let's go and sort out the house so he can't go back to the squatting situation. This is how you get rid of the squatting situation. You don't need to go and, dare I say, further harass at the McDonald's. You don't need to follow him. That's just like what I think. I mean, as shitty as the situation is, and as much as the guy is probably like really frustrating to interact with, I mean, the fact that someone could squat in someone's house and their property and just have that attitude that it's almost like entitlement, right? I'm sure that these people are probably like, let's annoy him, he's annoyed us, but for your own sake, it's probably best to just not bother.
Alright. Here, let's just stand on the sidewalk. No, man, I don't know why he's blocking the trees, bro. Let's see if there's some McJoes in there.
It's a Ford. Car is a Ford. What the hell's happening here? What's happening now?
See you going too, Mitchell?
Dude, that looks like Drew Gooden. Wait, I didn't know Drew Gooden was part of the Jidion crew.
Alright, I guess.
Put your stuff down. You're in arrest.
Okay, so Jidion's crying and being like, you can't trespass us, yada yada yada.
Hey, Lucas, give me your keys.
Hey, I don't know. That's hilarious, bro.
Can I hold the guy's property? Can I hold the guy's property?
Yeah.
Got anything on you?
Oh my god, I got my phone in my right pocket.
Just your phone?
Yeah, it's just my phone.
Bring over this car right here.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
Are they still, I think they're still at the McDonald's. So, it seems like they were told to leave and they didn't leave.
Wait, so what are we doing?
Breach of peace.
Breach of peace?
Breach of peace, stalking, trespassing. Have a seat.
Yeah, I got you.
He's interrogating more units.
Where's Jidion? Jidion's over there.
I have people help you right now.
Is he getting arrested now?
Freedom of speech. You can yell on the sidewalk. On the sidewalk. So you can't yell?
Okay, so they were like, okay, we're gonna leave, but we're gonna be on the sidewalk, and now we're gonna go yell stuff. Buddy, I don't think you can do that. I mean, yeah. I don't think you can do that. That's it's not even toeing the line. Like I don't know. Is that free speech? We don't have free speech, so I don't know what that is like, what that entails, but I would assume that yeah, you're disrupting the peace. Whatever that means. I feel like disrupting the peace is very much like it. Honestly, I'm not gonna say it wasn't used correctly here, but it does feel like the kind of thing where it's like that's just something they put in the book so that they can kind of get you if they want to. Because I feel like disrupting the peace could be like defined so broadly. But yeah, given like the context I know from this video and this video alone, seems like Jidion was doing what he usually does, which is being a bit cheeky.
Hey, you can throw him in mine.
Do you guys really think this is gonna stay? Do you want to waste your DA's time? I am a multi-millionaire. I promise you.
I am a multi-millionaire. Bro, Jidion's a multi-millionaire. What the frick? What the frick? Yeah, dude, so go change the locks on the doors of the fucking house that you're trying to protect or whatever. I don't even know, like, what's happening here. What are we doing? If the dude's inside, yeah, you know what? If anything, that's gonna make people feel kind of bad for the guy because it's like he's left, you know, probably can't go back to the house if you make it so. And now you're just like waiting at the McDonald's for him with a crowd. Like, I can kind of understand the police doing something here about that because, you know, that I feel like that could get out of hand pretty quickly, pretty easily. You know, a big crowd would coming up like this. I don't know how much of the people are like crew or if it's like fans or something. So it's kind of even more like dicey of a situation.
I can take this as far as you want. Officer, you will be in a deposition.
Here, throw him back.
You will be arrested. This is...
Here, back here.
Officer. Yo! Call Jake and have him get my lawyer. Call Jake and get my lawyer. This is really the route you want to go, officer? Yep. Okay. You want to waste taxpayer dollars? Yep. Officer, can I ask you?
I don't really ask why Jidion's doing all this though. Like, legit. You sure you want to do this? You sure you want to do this? Bro, it's the police. I don't think they're going to go, oh, well, actually, maybe we'll let you go this time, Jidion. I don't think that's going to happen, buddy.
No. Can I please? Sit. You would really want to abuse me, officer? Officer, I can't even fit in here, officer. Officer, I can't even fit in here.
Okay, yeah, I think he's being a bit silly.
How are you going to arrest somebody that never even went on the property?
You're under arrest for being disorderly, not for being on the property. What's your fault?
Officer, I can't fit. Officer, I won't run. I'm not going to do anything. Can you just take off the head? That way. Can you put...
Oh, wait, actually, damn. You know, maybe it's not a shtick. Maybe he doesn't fit. What the hell? I thought the back of a police car would be, like, way more spacious than that, but it looks like there's, like, no room in there, like, legit. Dude, that officer who's sitting in the... I guess that's the driver's side, isn't it? The left side? It's so weird. Dude, he must have his seat all the way back. Like, what the fuck?
Someone in the front at least?
No.
Officer,
It's got to slide your leg in.
You're trying to push me, but I can't scoot.
Turn sideways.
Officer, you're actually hurting me. Officer,
Turn
please.
sideways.
Officer, I can't move.
Go.
I'm too big.
Put your foot that way. Let's
Officer,
go.
I can't. I'm not trying to be. Here, I'm not resistant, officer. I promise
Let's
you.
go.
It is literally my body autonomy. I cannot move. Can you just put my handcuffs in the front?
No.
It'll make it so much
You
easier.
have to turn your body.
You have to turn and scoot that way.
Have you guys consulted with the DA?
You don't have a DA.
You don't have a district attorney?
No.
You have a state attorney? You can
No
go.
district attorneys out.
What about state attorney? Go.
Put your feet up.
They don't have a DA in Michigan? Really? I don't even know what a DA is. I'm just as shocked as you are, Jidion.
Go. Officer, I'm telling you, I can't move.
Scoot that way. There you go.
Officer, I can't move. Bro, you pushing me is not gonna do anything. Bro, officer, you're...
Oh yeah, his leg is like literally being blocked. Dude, go and push the seat forward and, you know, drive a little bit forward in the spot. Like, Jesus Christ.
actually hurting me.
Come on.
Officer, I'm not... I can't move.
Yes, you can.
Okay, can I step out and then slide in?
Yeah, step out and slide in.
Bro, you fucking bitch made, bro.
Set your butt in first.
I sat inside.
Set your-
Yo, call Jake and get my lawyer.
Hey, get in.
Officer, why you guys...
Slide your butt back. There you go.
Wait, maybe they... Oh, I guess that's just the way the barrier is. Now that I can see a better picture. Wow. It is so tight in the back there. What the hell? What are these police cars? Dude, it's like a little mini little, a Cooper Mini, you know? Why is it so tiny back there? What is this? A backseat made for fucking ants, bruh? Honestly, hashtag free Jidion from the confines of this, I'm gonna say it, fatphobic police car. This police car is fatphobic.
Anybody making the scene can slow down. We're secure.
You will be arrested. This is...
Is this a different... Wait, what?
Officer.
I guess it's a different,
Yo!
it's a different view.
Wanna go, officer?
Yep. Sit.
I can't even fit in here.
Get your
officer.
foot in.
Officer, I can't even fit in here.
Get your foot in the property. Put your foot in.
Officer, I can't fit.
Go that way.
And I can't scoot.
Honestly, I believe him. I believe him. He couldn't fit. Fatphobic police car. What are you gonna do? That's so crazy. Okay, who are you?
Call Jake and get my lawyer. Officer.
Wow, wait, it's actually so insanely tight back here. What the flip? Look at that. Dude, bro, actually, even I couldn't fit in there, bro. What the hell? This is actually crazy. They couldn't afford, like, roomier backspace for people? That's insane. Is that how it is with all police cars? Sorry, I've never been in the back of a police car before, so I don't know. That's insane. The thing is, it's like, it's not even safe. If you can't sit and have, like, the seatbelt over you and, like, you're not, because the way the seatbelts, I think, are tested and, like, designed is that you're sitting and, like, you're facing forward and it goes over you and it's actually tight against you. Of course, also, they're, like, modeled for men as well, so at least he's got that. But the way that he's sitting, I feel like that's, like, that's a safety risk. That's a hazard.
Anybody making a thing?
Where are your car keys at?
Right in my pocket, sir.
Pocket.
This one here.
Where's your car at?
It's the black one right there.
That Black Fusion?
Yes, sir.
We'll take Lions for a Black Fusion.
You towing it?
Yep.
Oh, maybe this is the... Oh, there's the dude. Oh, I'm blocking it. Wait, hold on. I'm blocking the squatter. There's the guy. Allegedly, I think. I'm not really sure. There he is. And what a great guy we're seeing there, eh? What a real stand-up citizen. So yeah, I think the car was that's what they were saying was like blocking the street or blocking the traffic or something, which is what they were saying in the McDonald's, that it was like the only thing they could get the guy on.
They're all still out there.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang out with him for a little bit. I don't know if I should. What about Steven? Where did he go?
I have no idea where he went. The ones that came up on the property after
Did you
told not
ticket
to-
him?
I think you got a ticket. I don't know. The ones that came up on the property and were causing disturbance on the property are the ones that went to jail. I don't even know honestly who we have. We got quite a few. So,
all right, thank you.
Yep. If they come back into the.
What about this black guy over here? He was at the house.
Well,
and the guy with the glasses.
Yeah, I got you. So
he was at the house.
The problem was that they were here, and the ones that were causing an issue here is who went with us right now.
It's funny how he's like, they were at the house. It's not my house. They're at the house. And what were you doing at the house? Joe?
They could have been at the house. They're allowed at the house.
That even is your name?
That has authority at the house. So the ones that were causing an issue here that weren't supposed to be on the property. But if Skeeter comes back and he starts bugging you, call us and we'll take him too.
Hold on. Yeah, Skeeter.
Yep.
Skeeter is like the other YouTuber. I think Skeeter Jean is his name. Whoever the fuck that is, I don't know.
Yep, because they were told not to come on the property here. And they were on the property and they were causing a disturbance.
They're allowed to come on my property. Right.
Oh, so it's his property now. Interesting. I wonder how true that is. But like, look at how like disheveled this man looks, you know? Shirt unbuttoned, hair dirty, beard disheveled. I don't know, I'm just saying. Given what I know about this person, I feel like I don't really trust this guy either. Let's be real.
Yeah, just unplug it, ignore them. That's what they want, is you just answer and get annoyed. They just want to make you mad, so if you just unplug it and they don't have the chance. Alright, so...
How many did you arrest?
I'm not sure, quite a few. I have 3 sets of handcuffs and I use all my handcuffs, so I don't know.
You only have 3 handcuffs on you and you use them all? Okay, damn.
Do I just hang
I apologize.
with him?
On 75.
But I would... Yeah, I would... they're on public property, so we can't do anything about them hanging out there, so I would go...
And that...
Okay, so now the police are like, oh, well, they are on public property, which is the sidewalk, I'm assuming they're referring to. So you can't do anything about those people who are on the sidewalk, but when Jidion's on the sidewalk, it's like, you're disturbing the peace, you're disturbing the peace. I don't know, it's like they say, oh, no, you're stalking, harassing, and then they're like, no, you're disturbing the peace. And then it's like, well, which one is it? Because... yeah, like, which one is it? Why don't you just say you're stalking and harassing, we're, you know, taking you out today.
It's why you never test a police officer, no matter how much money you have or how many followers you've...
Okay, also, this is so weird that at the beginning of the video, they promised us jaw-dropping, insanity, craziness, you'll never guess how the police reacted. Dude, the police reacted exactly the way everyone would assume they would react. This is the most, like, nothing burger thing ever, and I feel like I wasted my time. I feel like I wasted your time, but this shit feels like is kind of a nothing burger, because let's be real, I don't think there's much of a case, to be honest. I mean, apart from them coming to the McDonald's and, like, allegedly following the guy there, that's kind of, like, a big no-no, I would say, but apart from that, I don't really know. So I guess the next thing would be to go into Jidion's response to the whole thing blowing up. Okay, so now we have Jidion's initial response to the whole situation, which he aptly titled, I Quit. Alright, let's get into it.
What's good, y'all, man? So, this is genuinely going to be my last video ever like this. I'm never going to make a video like this again, but...
Oh, it's the last video like this. Asterisks, a very important terminology to try to communicate that this is the last video of this kind. Not the last of my videos, just this kind.
You know, obviously you guys know what's all going on. You guys saw me getting arrested. You guys saw Cold Blues video and everything. And I did a reaction to it, kind of like, oh no, this wasn't right. This is how it happened, da-da-da, da-da-da. But genuinely, during the last few weeks, I've done a lot of just like inward reflection. And I've been talking to my fiance a lot. And I just kind of came to realize, you know, what I was doing wrong. And I also came to realize that truly your boy was spiraling, you know. I was genuinely losing the plot. And I have to say, like, genuinely, I feel like a hypocrite, you know, because just a couple videos ago, I was saying how what Alex was doing was a distraction from the bigger mission. And then I come along.
Okay, I don't know what that's in reference to, but I will say that I think you got to kind of give people a little bit of grace when it comes to like the whole body cam stuff, because I think it's a very high cortisol situation, right? Where you're getting arrested, you don't know what's going to happen. People are saying you did all this stuff, and then, you know, did you really do all that stuff? I don't know. I think yeah, Jidion's reaction was, I don't know, I feel like it was understandable. It was a bit funny when he was like, I'm a multi-millionaire. I think that's a little bit hilarious, not gonna lie. I don't think I hear that and go like, whoa, this guy's out of touch. What do you mean you're a like, obviously he's a multi-millionaire. I think it is a little bit silly because it's like, well, I don't think the police care. Like, genuinely, the police do not care that you're a multi-millionaire. That kind of rhymed, didn't it? Like, when Justin Timberlake got arrested, dude, this is gonna ruin the tour. Oh, what tour? Who are you? These new cops, they do not care.
Long doing what I was doing, and if anything, it was an even bigger distraction from the mission. You know what I mean? Now I had to.
Yeah, if the mission was to get the squatter out of the house and to get the house secured so that the squatter couldn't return, yeah, it's you're definitely going way off of like what the mission is. You know, it's a bit content brained, isn't it?
Pay 6+ figures for my lawyer fees and then my fans' lawyer fees and everything.
What?
And that money could have been used for the betterment of society, but now it's being used in the legal system. You know what I mean? And it's just completely unnecessary, and it's completely my fault. And while I still don't think I committed a crime, I still do think that, you know, genuinely, I was just being not only just an ass, but annoying. And I've come to realize that, you know, genuinely, streaming makes me the worst me, you know.
Wow, actually kind of a mature response, right? I think this is pretty mature. But it's one of those things where it's like, is this actually going to resort or result in Jidion actually changing anything? Because he's been doing this for quite a long time, since around 2018, right? So it's, let's see, it's almost been 10 years of doing this kind of stuff. Wow, really? It's 2026. So shy of 10 years. It's like, are you just now picking this up? I mean, the dude is 25, so you kind of got to go like, well, you know, despite what he looks like, he is kind of he's just kind of gotten out of being a young lad, I think.
Thinking back on it, every quote-unquote controversy, not even quote-unquote, every controversy and everything that I've ever got into, anytime I trended on Twitter for something negative, it's always been for some streaming clip, you know? Like, the first one that comes to mind is the Pokemon situation. Then the second one that comes to mind is, you know, the Logan Paul thing. And then besides all that, like,
I don't know what the Logan Paul thing was, but yeah, I mean, I still think that the Pokemon thing was just kind of like, you did something against the TOS and you knew it, so that's not good. You know what I mean? Like, knowingly going against like rules that you know are there. I feel like you can't really cry about getting punished for that. But I'm not saying that he's doing that here. But I'm just saying that I kind of think it wasn't that big of a deal. But I understand that he got punished, and I think it's good to punish people for stuff like that, because you can't let people just knowingly break the rules. Oh, wait. Never mind. We're talking about Twitch here.
Bro, I've been in countless beefs, and a majority, I would say probably like 85% of those beefs have come from streaming, you know? And I think what it is...
Okay, I don't like that, because he's kind of putting the blame on streaming and being like, well, streaming brings it out in me, and that's not good. But it's like, well, you're like it's very much like he is detaching himself from it, whereas it's like, well, you did that. But he's like, oh, all that came from streaming. All that came from you, buddy. Not necessarily streaming, it came from you. You know, like when he's getting arrested, I feel like, was he streaming? I guess someone else might have been holding the camera, but, you know, that all came from you, you know?
Genuinely is, you know, I don't think it's a good thing to just look at a chat for hours on end and you're just like in real time getting opinions of people. And then, you know, I know probably some of my other streamers can attest to this. You know, you see somebody in the chat say boring or L stream or something like that, and then it flips a switch in you where you want to be more entertaining and you want to, you know, pump up the levels and everything, and you want to entertain. And I think the reason why I gravitated so much to streaming is because I think I'm just like a instant gratification person, and there's no better instant gratification than you streaming, because when you make a video, you don't get that instant gratification.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I see what he means. Like, when you, I don't know, when you make a video, it is very much like you kind of have to wait, in my case, you kind of have to wait a few days for, like, anything real to really happen. And that's if anything even happens. But, I guess you can find other outlets for instant gratification. You know? I suppose it doesn't have to be streaming. But yeah, I guess it's kind of an interesting thing to say, because it's like, well, the streaming gives me something, but it's like a double-edged sword. I get something out of it, but in turn it makes me kind of a bad person. But it's also like, dude, don't get like one guide, you know? If one dude says boring L, like you're basically just saying to your audience right now that, like, hey, you can actually manipulate me. If you have any like thoughts or opinions that are negative about like the work I'm outputting, you can actually manipulate me in real time. Yeah. So that's not good.
And you can know you made a fire video, kind of like my going to the most racist town in America video. Like, I know that was a fire video, but it took like a month plus to get it edited and perfect.
It's hard work.
Then when I posted it, you know, it didn't pop off at first. It was actually a 10 out of 10. And then over time, it grew and grew and grew, and it did what I thought it was going to do. But it wasn't instant gratification. Whereas when you stream...
Yeah, but when you stream, you can't really make content that's like that, you know? Like, the content that you make when you're streaming is very much, like, in the moment, off the cuff. Like, I feel like you can't really plan something out and actually tell, like, a narrative or tell a story or whatever you want to call it, like when you make a video. Like, if I streamed one of my videos where it's like, oh, why I don't watch this person anymore, and if I streamed it instead of, like, making a video, I don't know, it's just like what you output is like completely different. But instead of caring about like the quality of the output, he cares more about what he's given from the output. Because for me, there's a lot of videos that I put a lot of hard work into that don't get any views. But for me, it's like I have so much fun when I'm editing, and I really enjoy the process of like stitching together like clips and stuff, and just like the whole editing process I do like. I wish I could do more of it, but my workflow is usually that I just do everything on the same day, which is not great, but it is what it is, right? And I guess he's just kind of a different person where he's like, I get all that from just streaming. And it's like, I kind of get it too, because streaming is also built in that way where it's like, you get like money and you get it coming in, and then it's like, oh, like I'm able to like have this interaction with someone where they're giving me money in real time for things that I do. Jidion, I think you're an e-hooker. Jidion, I think you might be Jidion, have you ever considered becoming a prostitute?
You know, you
Sorry,
can have
sex worker.
streams where right out the gate you have, you know, thousands, tens of thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of people watching you then and there, and then people are clipping you like right away and stuff like that, and you get that instant gratification. But I'm realizing that's not good for me. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's bad for everybody, because you got people like Queso and Jinxie and a bunch of other streamers who can stream and not, you know, causing controversies and just keeping it.
That's because their platforms are not built on controversy. Their platforms are not built on trying to entertain like the dredges of the 13-year-olds. Because there's like, I'm sure they're like people like Queso, I'm sure they have plenty of children in their audience. But in saying that, I feel like there's like a demographic of those kids who are like, they're looking for the funny, goofy, like, kids stuff. And whereas Jidion, someone who's built his platform off of pranks and comedy and disrupting the peace, your audience is looking for you to do more of that. So when you're making a stream where you're not doing that kind of stuff, your core audience that you built from the ground up is like, this isn't what I signed up for. So of course they're going to say L, boring, lame, because you're not giving them what you gave them in the first place. And so I feel like you have to go through the growing pains of starting over and doing something completely different. But I can understand how, as a creator, that's probably a lot of anxiety. You have to potentially uproot your entire community, get a new one. How are you going to do that with the reputation you have? Who's going to collaborate with you? Like, who's going to work with you? What are you even going to do? Is Jidion going to become like a gaming YouTuber or something? I don't know. I feel like there's tons of people who do like pranks in gaming, you know, like Good Griefs. That's someone who does really great jokes in gaming and stuff and pranking people and playing like a character. He like does like these comedy characters and he kind of trolls people, but it's like not in a way where people get kind of hurt or the police are being called, you know? So I just think that Jidion is kind of, I don't know if he's going to mention that part, but I think he's kind of missing the picture with that.
But, you know, genuinely, I'm not that guy, pal. I'm going to be real. And so, like, I'm not on here, you know.
So he's saying I'm not that guy. So you're saying you're not really that creative. You just know how to annoy people. So your talent is that you annoy people. Okay. And you have the balls to do it, I guess. Cool.
Apologizing or anything, because I don't owe you guys an apology. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't affect any of y'all. But I do want to say that I see where I was wrong 1,000%. And to the people I do owe an apology to, you know, I've given them to them, you know, to the boys who got arrested. They're all 18 plus, by the way. I know a lot.
Those are your fans, though. Like, genuinely, I feel like when a creator meets their fans, it's usually like maybe a bit of a wake-up call. And it's like, yeah, they're all 18 plus, whatever, but I don't know. I feel like some of the kids in the background look like kids, you know? I'm sure Jidion probably has a fan base that grew up with him, but I don't think there's any denying that there's probably a substantial amount of children in his audience. And especially because he's so goddamn viral on TikTok as well. TikTok is like, it's like the McDonald's kid playground, you know? But it's like, these are your fans. They came to come and see you, to witness you, let's be real, kind of harassing this dude in the public space. And I think that there is a consequence to that, you know?
A lot of people were saying that they were minors. They're all 18 plus, but still, you know, I put them in that situation and they didn't have to be. And at the end of the day, I shouldn't have ever been there, you know? With my values as a Christian, I haven't been moving like that, man. And I've been falling back to my old self. And I've seen some of you guys in the comment section like calling it out, like, Jidion, you're going back to your old self. You know what I mean? Like dibbling and dabbling in pranks and stuff like that. And, you know, even though, you know, Joe wasn't doing a good thing by squatting at his mom's house and stuff like that, you know, at the end of the
Wait, that's the context? Joe was squatting at his mother's house? What is happening? Wait, so Joe was at his mum's house, and did his mum like call up the YouTubers and be like, "Hello, YouTubers, my son is squatting at my house and I need you to come get him out." What is this situation?
Today, who am I to just, you know, troll and stuff? I have so many other better things I should be doing. Like that time and money I spent getting that stream set up could have been for a bunch of catches. You know what I mean? Getting back.
Yes, getting back into catching predators. Awesome. You do that, Jidion. You do that.
Off the streets. And so what I'm here to just pretty much say is the shenanigans are stopping. The shenanigans are over. And genuinely, like, this was a very humbling experience that I really needed. And I genuinely think if this didn't happen, it just would have continued. You know what I mean? And who knows? It could have been something worse. It could have been something horrible that I could never come back from. You know what I mean? So I'm just blessed that God let it be something like this, you know, that I put myself in a situation like this to where I can actually rebound and do better. And you know what? You genuinely, to the Woodhaven Police Department, I see where you guys are coming from, you know? Like, bro, you're a small town and you got this YouTuber having fans coming all over the place and stuff like that. You know, you guys have never probably had anything like that happen in your town before.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a distaste when it comes to being like, oh, they're YouTubers. They're coming out here and they're getting their clicks and reviews and they're just making their videos and they're gonna make it about us. Well, what you gonna do about it? I don't know, man. I mean, I feel kind of whatever about that. You know, it's like, yeah, you go to a place, and like, here's my thing: did he like say, "Hey guys, I'm coming to this small town in Michigan. Come meet me," or something? You know, like, I feel like that's also very irresponsible to be doing if that's the case. I don't know if it is for sure, but that's not a good thing. You shouldn't be telling your fans where you're gonna be going. You know, because it's dangerous for you and it's going to be dangerous for other people.
And, you know, quiet towns like to stay quiet. And, you know, to Officer Mitchell, you know, I called you out of your name multiple times. You feel me? Like, if I was a cop, I would arrest somebody too if I was getting called out of my name like that. So, genuinely, I feel like there's a lot of blame to go around. And I feel like a lot of the blame has to be pointed right back at me. It has to be directed at me, and it rightfully so, man. You know, bro, I'm getting spammed up with I'm a multimillionaire. And
yeah, because that was pretty cringe, right? You're getting arrested and you're like, you know, I'm a multi-millionaire YouTuber, right? Like, you know that I actually, like, I'm like kind of big time. You know? Like, I'm kind of a big time big thing. Like, I'm a hotshot, watch out. Like, come on, bro, I know I was saying, like, oh, you know, in that situation, maybe people are acting, like, kind of crazy. Like, it's a high cortisol situation to be in, but come on, bro.
and, you know, genuinely, like, bro, keep it coming. Keep it coming. Genuinely, it doesn't bother me like that because it humbled me. It humbled me. The whole situation humbled me. And I'm just, the reason why I titled the video what I titled it is because I'm never going to stream again. You know, genuinely, you know, I love streaming.
What? Never gonna stream ever again? But the thing is that the Predator videos, like, they work so well with the streaming, you know? Like, oh, God. You really think he's never gonna stream again? I don't know. I'm gonna say it's probably going to be really, really difficult. I think maybe he'll go back and he'll be like, oh, well, I will stream, but I'm going to do like this and that. I'm going to make sure that it's like a good environment. Like, now that Jidion's kind of being like, hey, you know, this is what I'm going to do. I'm apologizing. I'm making amends. I'm making changes. Like, because I feel like he's expressed so much about how that instant gratification was for him. It's like, I genuinely wonder, how are you going to cope with losing that? You know, how are you going to cope? Like, what are you going to replace that with, right? What are you going to do about that?
But it's just too much bad comes with it, and I don't know how to control myself. And so the best way to control myself is to distance myself. And so I just can't stream anymore, and I won't stream anymore because I actually want to be here for the betterment of society.
Okay.
Just bothering society, being a nuisance. You know,
Okay.
I quit all that, and I genuinely just could have that experience because when causing them any ruckus or anything, please stop. Do not do that on my behalf. Do not do that at all.
Don't harass the
They
people.
affect me. And so I saw something that Scarlett Johansson said, and it's crazy. Like, she also said that she has a fragile ego. So the way she combats it is she just doesn't read comments about herself.
Whoa, how are we figuring this out in the year of 2026? Don't read the fucking comments. I know, like, when you're streaming and stuff, it's probably really hard not to, but I think when you're such a big streamer, it is genuinely the best thing is to not read that stuff. Genuinely. Because it just gets worse and worse, right? I think I hear, like, people all the time, like, content creators all the time, say that the thing that, like, turned it around for them was that they just stopped reading it. And I'm going to be real, there's quite a few videos where I'm like, I'm not reading the comments. I'm not. I'm like, I said my piece, I'm dipping out. See ya. See ya. And so I think that, Jeez, like, no one has ever given Jidion that advice before, genuinely. No one's been like, hey, don't read the comments. Damn. Damn, Jidion, if you have streamer buddies, they are just not helping you.
And I realized, like,
yeah, you can't
like
read
that.
shit.
And it's like, bro, why am I triggering myself? Content, and I apologize for pretty much forgetting about the mission. You know what I mean? This mission is so much more important than that slop content that I was posting. And so the usual catching preds and posting it and then dipping off. And you guys are going to see, like, I'm going to make me, if you guys see me raging in a pred catch or whatever, it's probably a old one, but I'm going to be watching myself even while I'm dealing with police. Like, if a police officer isn't taking our evidence seriously, it's like, bro, being calm, cool, and collected is way better than having a screaming match and stuff like that.
I mean, he's right. He's not wrong about that. It is always good to be at least, like, you know, level-headed, dealing with confrontation and stuff like that with a very level-headed way of being. So, all in all, if you want to watch the rest of the video, I mean, feel free to do so on Jidion's channel, but I think we can end that here for today. I think there was another follow-up where I think he made a video saying that everything got dropped, like all the charges and stuff got dropped or something like that. So, I would say it seems like great, nothing terrible came out of the situation. Everything's good, everyone's fine, no one's hurt. Maybe except Jidion's ego or something, but man, I still can't get over that cop car. That cop car was the most fatphobic car I've ever seen. I can't believe it. I can't believe it, genuinely. But yeah, I guess, like, to leave it there, it's kind of like, hey, he apologized. He is apparently going to be doing stuff differently from now on, so that's kind of a positive thing. I think it remains to be seen. I don't know how positive it is that he's going to be returning to Predator content. It's kind of interesting that he's like, oh, look at Queso and Jinxie and what they do. And then it's like, well, yeah, anyway. So I'm just going to go back to Chris Hansen style stuff. So see ya. You know, like, it's interesting to compare or to, like, contrast what you're doing with what Queso and Jinxie are doing. And it's like, Queso and Jinxie are genuinely, like, listen, I actually didn't like Jinxie that much. I'm gonna be real. He's actually grown on me quite a bit. But it's like, those people, in their own right, are entertainers. They're actually good at what they do. And they're making content that isn't, like, you can be entertaining without making someone, like, a victim out of it. You know what I mean? And so, with, like, the Predator content, I struggle to see a little bit how it's not just exploitative. And it's like, I'm not saying I'm defending, like, pedophiles and shit, because I'm sure these people are, like, bottom of the fucking barrel terrible people. But wouldn't we want these bottom of the barrel terrible people to be actually put away? Wouldn't we want their cases to be actually treated with, like, I don't know, a modicum of seriousness? Whereas it feels like a lot of these Predator things ends up being made like hijinks and silliness, you know, clown, tomfoolery. And like a lot of it, it distracts from the fact that, like, hey, this is like someone who's, like, probably a pedophile. And they're probably gonna go fuck with some, you know, minor. And, you know, I feel like you can't really ignore the fact that these hijinks can get in the way of the real investigations that might be ongoing or occurring. You know? I think I have a problem with that, and I think I just don't like that Jidion's first thing to fall back on is like, yeah, I'm gonna fall back on catching predators and potentially messing up investigations on predators. Not sure I really love that, but then again, you guys know I've never really been a Jidion enjoyer. I don't know who he is really. I don't care for him. I just thought it'd be interesting to cover this situation. We never really covered, like, Bodycam stuff before, so yeah. Anyway, I know, bit of a rambly video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed me going through that with you. And we'll see what happens next week. We'll see what happens. Alright? Alright, have a great rest of your week, guys. Mwah! Bye-bye!